What has the world come to? That this and this just cost me $9.57. So like $10 for that.
Every day, millions of hardworking Americans walk into their local grocery store and face a quiet panic at the checkout counter. We are watching the basic cost of survival turn into a luxury commodity. People are cutting back meals, skipping meat entirely, and walking away with small bags of essentials that cost hundreds of dollars. But this isn't just a story about inflation or temporary supply chain issues. It's a look at a deeper systemic shift in how our food supply is managed, where corporate profit margins are legally protected, while regular families are forced to empty their savings just to put dinner on the table.
This is what $10 worth of groceries looks like. That's it. Grapes were half off. I don't know what the world's coming to.
Again, I'm at Publix right now and I was looking at chicken breast, organic chicken breast. It's not even air chilled, okay? So it's soaked in bleach. And look at that's 2 chicken breasts. It's $20. How's it gonna look in a couple of months? I'm kind of scared. Are you guys noticing prices going up in your grocery store too?
I just want to cry right now. I stopped after work to BJ's, right? Just to get the essentials, milk, eggs, bread, stuff like that. Stuff for lunch, for work. Some snacks. This bill was almost $300.
And we ask ourselves why America has the highest obesity rate and why we can't afford to eat healthy and we all have to eat fast food all the time. Are you freaking kidding me? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 strawberries for $12? $12 for strawberries. And yes, you can go out of your way. You can go to a farmer's market. You can get your food at Trader Joe's. You can go to 8 grocery stores so that you can be frugal. But then at the same time, gas is $5 a gallon. So just stay home. Oh my God. And don't even get me started on the actual quality of the food, the chemicals in it, the hormones in it. Literally poison. And we pay for it.
I have a legitimate question. Why is deodorant $10 or $15 or $13? Like, we do realize that in some states, like, minimum wage is still $7.25, right?
I just got done grocery shopping at Walmart. Walmart is supposed to be a relatively cheap place to get your groceries from, which is why I shop there pretty often. Do you guys know how expensive hamburger meat is now? It is literally almost $8 for 1 pound, and it doesn't matter what kind of hamburger you're getting. It doesn't matter if it's the 75-25, the 85-15 lean. Like, it doesn't matter what kind you get. It's all almost $8, which is insane because my mom used to tell me when I first moved out of the house and was purchasing things on my own, she was like, just always have hamburger because hamburger is so inexpensive. You can pick it up. You can make so much with it. $8 is actually crazy. Like, that adds up so freaking fast. My groceries weren't that expensive. Like, I was adding them up. I'm like, okay, this is fine. I added my hamburger and my price skyrocketed. That's freaking crazy. What are we doing? What is this economy that we are all living in right now? It makes me so mad. Like, no one can afford to live. Hamburger is so expensive, and that is supposed to be one of the most easily accessible meats.
So I'm walking around Costco here and I'm noticing these prices. For example, these Madras lentils, $15.99. I bought those a year ago for $6.99. Let's look at what else we got going on here. Dang, this is the flour we were buying for $5.99 last year. We literally bought this chicken broth, $5.69, 2 months ago. And I keep getting told that we got, 6-7% inflation. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, all I'm saying is I just went to the grocery store, Weiss Market. Some people call it Weiss's, Weiss. Okay, Weiss Market. I bought chicken breast. It was like $20. Chicken breast! And it wasn't a big package. Like maybe a pound. Chicken breast. Almost $20. And then my husband's always like, oh, don't go to Wegmans because Wegmans are more expensive. No, it's not. No, it's not. The price of meat is insane. And same with vegetables. The price of vegetables is unreal. There was something else I got. I have to look.
I went grocery shopping today and I bought a watermelon. And I brought that watermelon home. And I looked at my receipt. And you know how much that watermelon cost? $21.
Y'all need to go check on your single friends because I just went to Costco to get groceries for the week and I got eggs, protein powder, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, turkey deli meat, chicken, 3 pounds of ground beef, collagen peptides, and beef sticks. This, and this will last like a month. Everything else will last a week. So it was $196. How are y'all doing this if you have families? That'll be 1 week's worth of food for me. 1 week. 2019 versus now needs to be studied. I remember pre-pandemic, like 2018, 2019, I could go to Costco 2 times a month, get a buggy full of the best food, some alcohol, and it would be like $400, $450 total for the whole month. The whole month. One of my best friends, they got a family of 5, 3 kids, mom and a dad. She said they spend $1,500 and they use coupons. At the grocery store, $1,500.
My grocery shopping, spending almost $300. And my question is, do you think that they're just going to keep raising the prices so that eventually, you know, $5.99 for a quarter pound of American cheese sounds like a good deal? Like, how long are these prices gonna go up for? Because, hear me out, no one can afford anything. It's a shame and it's very sad. There's just a bunch of sad people at the checkout line, and I was one of them. I'm just wondering, how does this all work? You know, how does it work? Someone make it go the other way.
I'm gonna need you to like mentally prepare yourself for this, okay? If you ever wondered why living in Hawaii is so expensive, here you go. This video's for you. Look at this lineup. Look at that. What in the heck? 100 diapers for $56? 4-pack.
Stands for the U.S. Postal.
It gets worse. Just wait. Crazy. This is on sale. What? Let's look at eggs. 15, 10. Milk. So expensive. Look at that. Dang. This is always the scariest section. They're basically like $1 a pop. Flood the comments, tag Donald Trump, and let me know where you're from. We've got to get these grocery prices handled. It's gone too far.
I just got done my grocery shopping for my 3 kids and I for the week, and this is one of the biggest bills that I have. I was talking to my in-laws who are about to come visit us, and they live in Mexico, and we had a long conversation about just the difference in quality and access and cost of food between where they live in Puerto Aventuras versus us here in Charleston. And one of the craziest things she said is that in Mexico, they don't have to look for organic ingredients. They don't have to look for, specially made foods that cost more because everything is made under a sustainable and a healthy standard. Whereas here, if you're looking for high quality ingredients, if you're looking for consistently nutritious food that is maintained in a sustainable way, that has good ingredients, that has less ingredients, you're almost always shopping at either a specialty grocery store or a high-end grocery store with higher prices. It is truly like a cost versus health paradox. Now, one of the trade-offs is my mother-in-law said that you can't get everything all the time. Things work seasonally and by location. So sometimes you can't get every single ingredient, but that actually makes it more sustainable for the farmers and for the environment. Food that doesn't come from far away, food that is in season in your area, automatically has a higher nutritional value than food that has to travel a long distance. And when I told her my grocery bill for the week is above $300, I think she realized just why living in Mexico is actually working out for them right now in their fixed income retirement years.
How do those of you who eat mostly at home do it without going to the grocery store like multiple times a week? we are doing our best to cut down on our takeout and picking up food. We have a family of 6, and I feel like in the last year or so, like, things have gotten so much tighter, even though I haven't made less money, but it's like everything just starts to cost more. So we are putting in an honest effort to eat at home most of our meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I feel like no matter how good a job I do making a list and going to the grocery store, I'm constantly still running out of the things I need, or I've forgotten something, or I haven't thought of something. I feel like I almost live at the grocery store at this point, and it makes it so hard to stay within even a range of a budget, just because I will think I have it and then surprise, I need to go back and get like 50 other things. I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
I really felt like grocery prices were getting out of hand about a year ago, when to buy the ingredients to make spaghetti went from being $20 to $25 to being $40 to $50. I will never forget that day. I'm standing in Walmart purchasing Rayo's, which is expensive. I do understand that. But I bought the Rayo's pasta sauce, noodles, some Parmesan, the shaker kind, because I like that. I don't care if it's chemicals, whatever, and a pound of ground beef. And it was, I think it was like $45. And I thought, I used to be able to do this for $20. All the same, everything. I used to be able to get this for $20. Last night, I went to Kroger. I needed to get a few things. Typically, most of my shopping is done at Costco and Aldi, but I will occasionally go to Walmart or Kroger if I don't feel like making multiple stops. I bought no protein. I didn't buy any chicken, no beef, no pork, no seafood, nothing. Okay. I bought 2 heads of broccoli. They were 2 for $5. I bought 3 packs of sparkling water, because if you got 3, you could get them for $12, which is way cheaper than you can get them typically. I bought a head of cabbage, some milk, some yogurt, and I'm probably forgetting a few things. But again, no meat, no animal protein to speak of. It was $83. $83! I can't imagine being a single person and thinking it's worth it to go to the grocery store. I saw a guy last night talking about how it's cheaper for him to go out to eat at this point. And I agree. If you're a single person, how do you justify these outrageous grocery prices? But then at the same time, going out to eat, also expensive, and the food's not even that good. So what do? I was astounded. I didn't even get like chips or crackers or anything like that. It was all fresh produce, a few dairy products, and sparkling water. And it was 83 American dollars. I don't know how this is sustainable. I just saw a video about how living within your means is really not possible anymore. And it's like everybody I know is making more money now than they ever have in their lives. And they are worse off than they were in their 20s.
So my second ever big girl job was at a grocery store. And I will tell you myself that the issue is not that society cannot feed people. We have more than enough food. It's that feeding people is not as profitable as selling food. One of the darker things that I learned working at a grocery store is that the grocery store food waste, they have something called shrink. Shrink is basically inventory loss. It's stuff that gets damaged, expires, gets stolen, can't be sold. And when grocery stores throw that inventory away, they write off those losses on their taxes. And so a tax write-off reduces the amount of income that a company gets taxed on. So if a grocery store loses, say, thousands of dollars in unsold food inventory, they can report that loss and lower their taxable profit. These corporations are more concerned with protecting profit margins than feeding hungry people. A lot of us are conditioned to believe that food is a privilege and not a right, but it should be our right to survive. And remember, they're not only throwing away rotten food. I've seen it myself. Grocery stores throw away overstock too. Entire shipments that can't fit in the freezer or won't sell fast enough. They throw out stuff with damaged packaging where the food is completely fine inside. Produce that looks ugly, like deformed fruit or vegetables. perfectly edible food. What's crazy is there's already systems proven to reduce this waste. Something called dynamic pricing is where they lower the price of food right before it expires. It statistically reduces food waste significantly, but less than 25% of grocery stores in the United States do that because the companies would rather protect their profit margins than normalize cheaper food access. Okay, do you see where I'm going? And very few grocery stores consistently donate excess food to food banks either. That overstock or like the stuff that gets thrown away, like they genuinely throw it away. Some stores intentionally lock dumpsters or destroy the food before throwing it away. Like, think about how insane that is. We have people digging through the trash while corporations are pouring bleach on the food so that nobody can take it for free when it's going in the trash anyway. Like, and the irony that these same corporations will ask you to donate money at the checkout screen for hunger relief while they're actively throwing away perfectly edible food that could have gone to shelters, food banks, struggling families. So imagine a grocery store has a bunch of extra food that they can't sell in time. So now they have multiple choices: lower the prices, donate it, or throw it away and make money back. They're going to throw it away and make the money back. And under capitalism, businesses are structurally incentivized to prioritize profit first. Grocery stores are businesses before they are charities. Their goal is to make money. So if giving away food threatens pricing structures, future sales expectations, or profit margins, many of these corporations would rather waste the food than normalize free access to it. That is a part of why some stores would literally rather destroy the food than give it away to you, which sounds like cartoonishly evil until you realize that this is exactly what happens when basic human necessities are treated as primarily products instead of human needs. France, great example, France. They literally passed an anti-food waste law. Large supermarkets are not allowed to intentionally destroy usable food. They are required to donate edible food to charities instead. So the problem is not production. We have more than enough food to feed everybody. The problem is distribution under a system that profit incentives matter more in than hunger. Manufactured scarcity is profitable. They are starving you on purpose. And don't even get me started on the fact that the grocery stores do not care that the food they are selling you is quite literally poison.
What these stories prove is that our current food crisis isn't an issue of scarcity. We have more than enough food to feed everyone in this country. The real breakdown is an economic system that treats a basic human right like a corporate investment asset. Grocery monopolies and massive retail chains are structurally incentivized to destroy edible overstock and write it off on their taxes rather than lowering prices for struggling communities. When corporations pour bleach on discarded food to protect pricing structures, it becomes clear that manufactured scarcity is highly profitable. Everyday Americans are earning more than ever, yet falling further behind because the cost of living has been aggressively engineered against them. How are you managing your household budget at the grocery counter lately? Are you seeing these same outrageous prices or noticing stores wasting food in your neighborhood? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.